Hey, good morning, good night, good afternoon, YouTube. What's up to the Rare Breed family? I'm Demi the Don. So y'all know we're about to get into a video and we're about to talk about it. So at the end of the day, y'all, okay, some of us have been on this spiritual journey for quite some time now. We've been through some things in life. We've had people to betray us in ways that we could never imagine. But you need to know, when do things start? Like, when does your journey really start? In the beginning of your journey, God always puts you in isolation. And see, the point of you being in isolation is so you can start your journey. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you don't know you are on a journey right now, or you feel like you're about to experience it and you're getting to the place in life that you just don't want to be bothered, you just don't want to be around certain people, don't want to go to the same places anymore, you don't want to do some of the same things that you've been doing over the past years, this is because your journey is about to start. So this video right here is, we're going to touch bases on what we go through in isolation, when does it start, how do we know that it's starting. And the reason that you know when it's starting is because, you start to feel disconnected from the world in some type of way. It's almost like no matter what you do or where you go, you just don't fit in. And see, God wants you to know that's okay, because you were not born to fit in. And see, this is why you have been on this journey, or either you are about to start this journey. It's because, things are about to start hitting you differently. Like I said, you're about to start feeling like you don't even belong in this world. It's like, who am I? Where did I come from? And why do I feel like I just don't fit in? And God wants you to know, because you don't. And this is where isolation first starts. And when you are in isolation, y'all, things that never ever bother you in life, you get to thinking about it. Not saying it's going to bother you now, but you start thinking about things people have said to you, how they said it when certain things was done. You start thinking about certain opportunities that you could have had, and then you like, well, I noticed this didn't happen. And then you got to think about the people who were around you at that time and look at where you are today with that person. Even if that person is around, I know that you are getting to a place that you're starting to side-eye some of these things. Like, yeah, I've been feeling this way for a little while now. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you first start going into isolation, everyone is not cut off 100%. You probably have a couple of people lingering around, but trust me, before you get to where you need to be, God is going to make sure those people are not around either. The only people that he may keep around is if you have children and you have small children, or, under 18 that you really are raising and taking care of, because that's your responsibility, But everyone else, all these grown adults, all these fake frenemies that you've been having, y'all, they about to disappear. Because see, God is about to show you who the real you is, and he's about to put you in a place that you didn't know mentally you could go. Because see, a lot of things in this world, like I always say in all my videos, a lot of these things are very spiritual. You don't know what's attached to another person and why they are attracted to you. That's why God is isolating you, because for so long you could have had people doing witchcraft on you. People could have been using you for stability. You're chosen. So when you go into isolation, that's when you start to feel like, you know what? Yeah, I know I'm one of the 144. Like, you are chosen in this world, because everyone don't go into isolation. You got some people now that have more people in their life now than they did 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Everyone isn't chosen, but God chose you for a reason, and he put you in isolation. So God put you in isolation so you can figure out who you are and where you stand in this world. And so Y'all, at the end of the day, one thing about being in isolation, it does get a little lonely at times, and it may be a time that you say, you know what, I'm about to reach out to this person. But when you reach out to this person and you go and sit around this person who has been in your life probably forever or for the last few years, it's not going to feel the same. It's just not going to feel the same. Or you're going to really see them for who they are. You couldn't see that at first because it's like, this is my family, this is my friend. I can look past all these things that's happening and things that were said. But once you go into isolation and try to come out, it's not going to be the same, y'all. Trust me, I've been there. You know, you're going to really see them for who they are. You're going to notice the things they say, things they do. You're going to know, like, you know what? This person was never for me. I never belong here. While you're in isolation, you're also going to notice that things are going to become better for you. You are going to be able to manage your life better. You're going to be saving more money. You're going to want to go more places. You know, you're going to want to get out and do other things. And it's going to be different for you because, you know, before you figure out you're chosen, you were like the life of the party. You know, you were used to going out almost every weekend, or you were used to calling this person and that person like, hey, you trying to do lunch, you trying to do brunch, you trying to do dinner, you trying to go to happy hour. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's just going to be you. But see, that's what God wants. God needs for you to learn who you are and to find you and to know you before you can even entertain other people. It's almost like chapter 1, when you become chosen, isolation. Because you start to see people for who they are, things start to become better for you. Pay raises going up. Like I said, you're going places that you've never dreamed of going. You start stepping outside of yourself and kind of seeing what people could see in you that you couldn't see in yourself. Because y'all, and it's like when you do that, it takes a lot. Because you got to put yourself in a place like, okay, if I was her or if I was him, let me step outside of myself. Like, look, do this. This is what I did, right? Get dressed up, take a picture of yourself, right? Then after that, change back into just, you know, some regular house clothes or whatever. You just going outside, run to the car, get something, you know, and then look at your picture. So when I did this years ago, but y'all, it took a lot of like strategy. Like I had to really act like I wasn't me, right? So when I took the picture, I thought about what someone said to me that was shady. You know what I'm saying? On both ends, from a man's perspective and from a woman's perspective. And I'm just looking at my picture and I'm thinking about how the other person looks. And it's like, well, damn. I didn't notice that I was dressed like this and she was dressed like that. Or I didn't notice that my vehicle probably was a little better than his and he wanted to be the man and he wanted to call the shots. Y'all, it's like once I did that, it was kind of hurtful because that's when I first noticed, when I went into isolation, that's when I started to notice how jealous people could be. These people who you love that stab you in the back, you get to see what they see in you that you never seen in you because no one else is around. And see, God is going to give you all the tools you need to be able to see certain things and to do certain things. Like when I had to step outside of myself and see me for how they see me, you know, I could see why they were jealous, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I shouldn't have to change me. And if anything, girl, why you didn't ask for help, or you a man, why didn't you come to me and talk to me about how you felt? About how you feel like, you know what, even though you my woman, I can get here some that we can get here together. You know, just anything. In my mind, I'm like, if it were me, I would have did that to them. But then I had to stop and think too, like, well, you don't think that way. Like you right there that's watching this, you don't think that way. You don't step outside of yourself because you shouldn't have to. But this is just a mental exercise that I did to try to figure out how did I get to where I am today. or what made this person feel that way. And sometimes it has nothing to do with your physical. You know, I had to also look at my personality. I could get along with anyone because you're chosen. You watching this video right now, you know you can get along with anyone. Even if this person is disabled, or you know, you can see a homeless person, they spark up a conversation. You can be in the grocery store, you get along with people and you can hold a conversation. And then, you know, when you look at this person, it's like, well, they talk to me, but you gotta look at, they don't have your personality. It's not what's on you, it's what's in you. And what's in you is something real. It's like uncensored. It's like you should walk around holding a sign, uncensored, I'm a rare breed. Like, you know, because you don't see that. All you know is that you are waking up every day and you're motivated to do what you need to do on a day-to-day basis. You know, they see you and they see something that they can't touch. It's like you like a big ball of fire. They get too close, they ass gonna get burnt. And that's just what it is, y'all. I'm sorry to say, like, who you are as a person, it's like you are untouchable. But God made you that way. He didn't make you that way for people to hate on you. He made you that way so that people can actually see what they need to change in them. For you to help these people, you know, a little bit of your Jason Quad can rub off on these people, and whatever it is that's triggering them that they don't understand in life, you can help them with it because you like to help people. That's who you are. You are chosen. You love to help people. You always there for them. You feel like, well, what they mad at me for? And the sad part about it is, even if they were in your position and they could help someone, they still wouldn't do it. So it's like, well, damn. You know that if you had a chance to walk in my shoes, you'll fall and bust your fucking head open. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, some people are just who they are. Demonic, evil, jealous, envious. And, you know, you just can't change yourself to accommodate others. So God put you in isolation so you could see all of these things, so you can see people for who they are. If you can step outside of yourself and see yourself for who you are. Because you don't give yourself enough credit. You know you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have been around these people to begin with. You would have never settled for less. And it's crazy because we don't like to judge people and judge a book by its cover. Because, see, that's where a lot of people mess up in life. You mess up when you look at someone and think you know them personally, and you think you know what they have going on because of the clothes they're wearing or even the car they're driving. You never know what people sitting on. They could be sitting on a whole gold mine and driving a 1869 Oldsmobile. That don't mean that man ain't got no money. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's where a lot of regular people mess up at, because they look at you and they think they know you based on how you look on the outside to them at that moment. But see, God put something in you to see past certain things like that. He put it on you so that you can step outside of the box, and a lot of people can't do that. Just like I just said, I had to step outside of myself to see what the issue is and what do these people really see that will cause the hate, the envy, the drama, you know? And at the end of the day, when you get to see it, it's still like, well, damn, I still don't resonate. You know, God is ready to take you to a higher level. And he knows that these people you've been surrounding yourself around for months, years, decades, he know these people don't love you. He know these people don't care about you. But guess what? The same way these people thought they were using you, God was using them. Because, see, they was the damn puppets that God needed you to see. And he needed you to understand why people like this can never go with you where you are going. Why people like this need to be out of your life. Why people like this betray others and lie to them and try to kill, steal, and destroy any chance they get. So at the end of the day, who get the last laugh? You do. They think because you are alone that you are lonely. But you are never alone. You have a whole divine realm in the spirit who stands behind you on ready. They eat, sleep, and shit on ready when it comes to you. That's what these basic people don't know. And that's part of the reason why God isolated you. Not only to protect yourself, but to protect others. Because see, you ain't the one that they really want to cross at the end of the day. That's why they gotta sneak and lie and watch and spy. Because they know you are not the average person they can get over on. Even to this day, y'all, I'm telling you, even along your journey, you still gonna go through ups and downs. People are gonna lie to you. Because see, they realize that you are smart enough that if they tell you the truth about things, you are already not gonna deal with it. So even when you meet new people, it's still snakes out here. It's still devilish, demonic people out here. The devil wears Prada and Nada. I tell y'all that all the time. So at the end of the day, you just got to be cautious. You got to ask God for clarity. Be like, God, clear this up for me. Is this something I should do or something that I should walk away from? Because people hate you when you're smart and you know where you've been and where you're going. They hate that. And while in isolation, that's something that you're going to notice and something that you're going to figure out. Everything you didn't see before and you couldn't see in yourself, when you go into isolation, you will see it. Because God put you in isolation to bring you up out of that dark place. You didn't even know it was a dark place because you've been in it so long. But when he brought you out and he shed his light on you, that light that's guiding you to this very day, you already know you ain't out here playing in these streets. You know God didn't put you here for nothing. He put you here for a reason. Because y'all, some of these people I call space fillers. Because at the end of the day, they really don't serve a purpose in life. They're really just here to fill up spaces. You know, just in the world, they don't have a purpose. Then you have some people that are really of the devil and they are really demons. And those type of people, y'all, they get fascinated on you. They can't stop looking at you. They can't stop watching you. They can't stop clocking you. And you can either know these people or not. You know, I call it a succubus freaking demon. It's what I call them. You know, because at the end of the day, their mind is so controlled by the devil that they don't have a soul. You know, so it's like, whether they hear the next day or not, it's not going to matter to you. They're just here to try to stop you in the process and slow your process down. But once you are in isolation, you realize people like that don't even matter. So even if you walk past someone and they can call you the B word or whatever, you keep right on walking because you already know they are space fillers. Don't serve a purpose. They're not going to be in your life. They will never ever live your life. And that unlike them, you have a life and you have a purpose. They don't. And they know they are soulless. They know that Satan runs their life. They know they don't have a purpose. And they look at you day in and day out, or they go around asking about you. They know you have something going on that they don't have. And the sad part is that they don't even want what you have. They just want to be nosy. They just want to stop the process. So being in isolation, y'all, God shows you all these things. It's like he shows you how people look behind the mask. And that's the sad part. Like, you got to be ready. Because sometimes you're not ready for what God is about to show you. But he's showing you to protect you. He letting you know, look, this was a joke to them all along. They thought they was playing you, but I was using them. This is why I brought you here in isolation. This is part of the things that I need to show you. And as you go further in your journey, you're going to start noticing that it's just not these people. You just need to watch out for a certain person. So at the end of the day, y'all, I hope this video informed you. I hope that you know why God chose you in the beginning of your journey and how to proceed throughout your journey. You know, just things you need to watch out for, how people look at you, how they act towards you. Understand that when you think, you always got to be 10 steps ahead of the game. So even if they don't see it, as long as you know you are, that's all that matters. You can only control yourself. You damn sure can't control no demon. Hell, you shouldn't even want to. You just let them go for whatever it is they know. It does not have anything to do with you, and it is not going to affect you. Because, see, your mind is stuck on God and making it, when their mind is stuck on trying to stop you. So at the end of the day, you still gonna win. You still winning. You've been winning all along. Don't ever make anyone feel like you're a failure in this world because they don't understand what the fuck you going through and what you've been through and why God chose to isolate you and not them. And then you got to watch out for the frauds. They the ones that see you're in isolation and see what you got going on, so they want to try and do it too. Because like I say, y'all, some of these soulless people are lost. It's almost like being controlled. They blow and go wherever the wind goes. If the wind blow east, they go east. If the wind blow west, they running west. Because I've met people like that too. See them one day, they on something totally different. See them a year later. Everything that we talked about now, they are doing. So they say. So, that's another type of demon. Those the worst demons right there, because they the ones that really want your life. Not only do they want to destroy you, they want what God has for you. But they not going to get it. So just let them think whatever it is they need to think until they eventually pass off and go back to hell where they belong. Because a lot of these people are really just going to go to hell when they pass over anyways. That's the good thing about being chosen. You don't have to deal with these demonic people in heaven. You will never see them again. They will never live another lifetime. And if so, it won't be in your lifetime. I'm Demi the Don. Welcome to the Rare Breed family. I love the Rare Breed family. If y'all are new here, like I said, welcome. I will see y'all in another video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love y'all. Bye. See y'all in another video.